Hello beautiful beings! Welcome back to Mindfulness and Yoga with Amanda. Did you know that the phases of the moon correspond to our personal phases and cycles in life as well? So Friday, May 22nd, is a new moon. And new moons symbolize new beginnings, setting goals, setting intentions, journaling, using your imagination, and ultimately activating our energy field. So I thought we'd do a fun practice today to get us feeling nice and activated, to get us reflecting on our goals. And a good analogy I like to think of with yoga is looking at your space where you're going to practice sort of as like a blank canvas, and we're moving our body to sort of paint these vibrant strokes to express ourselves and ultimately to get the energy flowing in our bodies. So before we get into any flow or vinyasa, we're going to build heat in the body by going through some fun exercises to warm up our muscles. And we're also going to build heat in the body by practicing a breathing exercise called breath of fire. So breath of fire consists of contracting the navel towards the spine and exhaling very sharply, so it'll look something like this. And from the side, you'll notice that my tummy is really pulsing in and contracting towards the spine, so it looks like this. And what that does is it applies pressure and it sort of massages our internal organs, which acts as a detox, which is a really great practice to do when we're trying to initiate new beginnings. And when we increase the rate of our breath like that, it'll get us nice and fired up. So let's meet in easy seated position. We'll get nice and centered and we'll begin. So go ahead and grab a sitting cushion, a meditation pillow, a stack of blankets. If any of those will help you in Sukhasana to feel more comfortable. And I always like to bring one leg folded on top of the other so that my ankle and my shin are resting on the inner ball of my other foot. And it helps if you come onto the front edge of whatever sitting pillow you're at. So once you've found a nice comfortable seat, you just want to make sure that your knees are slightly below the hips or right in line with them. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and exhale. We can inhale and extend our spine, elongating towards the sky, reaching our crowns. We can root our tailbone into the earth. We can inhale and expand our hearts. Exhale, relax the shoulders. And for breath of fire, you can have your hands in a couple different positions. Some people like to bring them to heart center. Some people like to have palms up or in Gyan Mudra with index finger to thumb. Or a really great one is to bring your arms above your head, and this will help your lungs expand. It will also get all the blood flowing from your arms back into your heart. So I would try and start with the arms above your head, and if your arms get tired, you can always bring them down to Gyan Mudra or palms open. And you can keep your eyes open or closed, whichever one you prefer. And remember, for this one, we're going to be inhaling deeply, exhaling very short intervals, very sharply out of the nose. We're going to be contracting the navel towards the spine, and it'll look something like this. Whenever I do it, I feel like I hear the sound of like a choo-choo train going like choo, 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 choo. And that kind of helps me like stay on rhythm too. So whenever you're ready, place your hands wherever you'd like them. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, begin. So we're staying with the breath here. We're going to go for about a minute or two. And you can start to feel, it's almost like an ab workout as we're contracting our tummy in and out, in and out, in and out. And you start to feel almost like a burning, fiery sensation. Beautiful. Okay, gently bring the arms down and take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Now go ahead with the eyes closed. Just continue on here, noticing any different feelings that we have from when we first sat down. Maybe notice your heartbeat is going a bit faster. Maybe notice you're getting a little bit sweaty in the palms. And just breathing here for a few moments, getting nice and grounded. So we're going to do that breath of fire 2 more times. Go ahead and close the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, begin. So what's beautiful about this breath of fire is we're really focusing on what our body is doing, what our breath is doing, and it inherently allows our minds to simply clear in the moment. And if you want, you can try and pick up the pace a little more. And if that feels like it's too fast for you, you can even try a little bit slower. Just sort of tuning into your rhythm, whatever feels really good in your body right now, whatever you're feeling called to do. Just a few more breaths here. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Just becoming aware, any sensations or shifts in our energy field. Maybe we feel tingly, any beautiful sensations. And again, you can have your palms facing up. Or what I really like to do is have my index finger to thumb in Gyan Mudra. You can almost feel some beautiful tingles on the tips of your fingers after getting nice and activated here. So we have the intention to activate our energy so that we can step into our self-expression, get in touch with our goals and our intentions in this beautiful new moon. A couple more deep breaths. Okay, last time here. Go ahead and inhale the arms above you, and then exhale, begin. And Again, we're really thinking about exhaling all the air out of our lungs each time, nice and fully. Staying with that rhythm, being mindful of the breath and the body. Feeling any fiery sensations that come about. We're really using the muscles in our back here to keep our arms nice and active. Just 10 more seconds. Beautiful. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Go ahead and release the hands back to the knees. You can come into Gyan Mudra, keeping a nice straight spine, feeling nice and elongated. And just breathing here, taking a moment of reflection and contemplation, tuning into our bodies, maybe pondering what our intentions are for the practice, any goals that we've been working towards, and how we can use this transformation and alchemy of our energy to go towards those goals and intentions. So after all that fire work and that breath work, go ahead and grab a drink of water, get nice and hydrated. That's ultimately gonna initiate like a detoxification process, and it's really good to make sure you're staying nice and hydrated for the rest of the day and even tomorrow too. So go ahead and remove your sitting cushion if you're on one. Then go ahead and just stick your legs out in front of you and shake them out. Sitting in Sukhasana for a while can get us feeling nice and stiff, so we're going to shake it out, get loosened up. And go ahead and just lay flat on your back here to start. You can inhale your arms above you, extend your legs nice and long. And then we're going to exhale, come up and hug the knees. And then again, inhale, slowly lower, stretching out. And then exhale, slowly rise to hug the knees. So from here, since we were just kind of warming up our core, I thought a really fun one to do is to come onto your forearms. You can even tuck your hands a little bit underneath your butt. And we're going to kind of go into like a boat pose. You're going to bring your knees up in front of your chest. You're going to think about lowering them and extending them out and then raising them back up. So I like this one because it makes me feel like I'm excavating the earth. And we can think about like we're digging a hole to plant a seed for our intentions to grow. Just staying with the breath here. You can feel it really nicely in the core. And then go ahead and come the other way. So now we planted our seed, and now we're placing dirt back on top of the hole that we just excavated. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and extend those legs out one more time, inhaling, lifting the arms above you. So from here, we're going to roll onto our bellies, flipping over. You can place your hands by your rib cage and extend your legs out nice and long behind you. And go ahead and press up into a baby cobra. So for cobra, we're keeping our pelvis on the ground. So we inhale, slowly roll up. Exhale, release. And you can even come onto your fingertips for this cobra roll. So inhale, slowly press up. Exhale, lower back down. Just a few times. Inhaling up. exhale down. And this will feel really good on our bellies because we were just activating all the muscles and getting nice and fired up. So this is almost like a nice massage after all that work we just did. And exhale down. Good. Now this time we're going to place our hands nice and flat next to our ribs. Go ahead and press up all the way. This time we're lifting the hips, lifting the knees. We're going to keep our shoulders down, facing forward. Go ahead and just take a nice deep breath here. Inhale, really expand the heart, expand the lungs. And then exhale, we're going to roll through the spine, pressing back into a child's pose. Just a few deep breaths here in child's pose. Feeling nice and rooted and grounded. Good. Okay, we can come up to our hands and knees. So on our hands and knees, our shoulders are over our wrists, our knees are just slightly behind our hips. And staying with that same energy, getting our energy fields nice and activated, we're going to inhale our left arm out and our right leg behind us. We can flex and flare our toes and expand our hand nice and wide, nice wide fingers. So we inhale, reach out. Exhale, go ahead and tuck your knee towards your elbow. Inhale, expand out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, elongating. Exhale, shorten. Inhale, expand. And exhale, contract. Go ahead and place that one back down. Now we're going to lift our right arm and our left foot. So our right arm is out in front of us, left foot's behind. Go ahead and inhale, expand, really flex those toes and widen the fingers. Then exhale, you can curl in, rounding the back, touching knee to elbow. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, tucking in. Last time, inhale, elongating. And exhale, contract. Beautiful. Go ahead and place those hands and knee back down. So from here, we're going to do an extended cat-cow variation. So go ahead and inhale, look forward, arching the back. Exhale, round the back, tucking the tailbone. This time we're going to inhale, coming forward, pressing into an upward facing dog. And then exhale, round the back, coming into a child's pose. So it'll be a nice fluid motion to get the spine nice and loosened up. So inhale, go ahead and pull the head through, pressing up, upward facing dog. Exhale, round the back, drawing the hips towards the toes, child's pose. Just a few more at your own breathing pace. Inhaling, pulling through, pressing up. Exhale, rounding, drawing back. Last time, inhale, opening our hearts. Exhale, rounding the back. And go ahead and come back into table. Okay, so now we're feeling nice and warm, nice and loosened up. Go ahead and tuck those toes behind you and raise your hips towards the sky, pressing the floor away with an equal and opposite force as your feet are planting into the earth. You can go ahead and pedal out the feet here. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. Just do whatever feels good in your down dog. Alright, now that we feel all nice and stretched out, go ahead and find some stillness in your down dog. Next, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up and back behind us. Exhale, we're going to tuck knee to nose, shifting the weight to the front of our mat and rounding the back, and really emphasizing on pushing the floor away. Go ahead and inhale, lift the leg up. And when we lift our leg up, our gaze should be at our toes on the standing foot. And as we exhale, pull through around the back, our gaze is going to be at our knee, tucking knee to nose. So inhale, lifting up. Exhale, tucking in. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, knee to nose. Last time, inhale, reaching up. This time, exhale, we're going to place the foot on the outside of our right hand. So, whenever the foot is on the outside of the hands, that's considered lizard. When the foot is in between the hands, that's considered a lunge. So we're in a lizard pose. We want to keep our core nice and active. We're standing on the ball of the back foot. Our hands are nice and flat, pressing into the floor. Now go ahead and lower the back knee and untuck the toes. And you should feel a nice stretch in the back hip. If you want to take it one step further, you can come down onto your forearms. And maybe when you come onto your forearms, your foot turns out a bit. And that's perfectly natural. Just taking a few deep breaths here. And then go ahead and come back onto your hands. Press up onto the ball of the foot. And from here we can even do something else. We can really plant our left hand into the mat. We can inhale, lift the right arm in front of us, circle it around, reach it back. Exhale, bring it back to our mat. So we can do that a couple times. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, bringing it back. Inhale, really expanding our hearts, expanding our lungs. Exhale, bringing it back to the mat. If you want to take that one step further, go ahead and inhale, reach the arm up. Then you can drop onto the knee and lift the back foot, reaching for the back foot. So this is another variation of lizard. And when you pull on your foot like this, with an equal and opposite force, you can really feel that beautiful stretch in the hips. Go ahead and slowly release. You can bring the arm back next to the other one. Come up onto the ball of the foot. And go ahead and just step back to a plank here. So from plank, go ahead and exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, press to upward facing dog. And exhale, back to down dog. So from down dog, we're going to do the other side. Go ahead and find some centeredness and stability. We're going to inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, reach the knee towards the nose. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reaching nice and long. Exhale, tucking in. Last time, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, go ahead and step that foot to the outside of your left hand. So now we're in our left lizard pose. We're up on the ball of the back foot, keeping the core nice and engaged, pressing the floor away. You go ahead and lower that right knee, untuck the toes. Just take a deep breath here, feeling that nice deep stretch in the right hip. If you want to take it a step further, you can come down onto your forearms, allowing the left foot to turn out if that's what it chooses to do. And when we lower down, we can feel a deeper stretch in our left hip as well. Taking another breath here. Good. Okay, you can come back up onto the hands. toe. And on the left side, we'll do the same thing we did before. So go ahead and plant your right hand nice and firmly into your mat. You're going to inhale, bring your left hand in front of you, circle it around, taking a nice deep breath, and then exhale, bring it back to the floor. Inhale, reaching it out, opening the heart. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, circling out. Exhale, retract. Last time here, inhale, reaching out, expanding. And now this time, you can exhale, lower the knee, and reach back for that right foot behind you. So this should feel like a really nice right hip stretch. You can feel your heart and your lungs expanding, filling with beautiful breath. You can almost relax into this one. Beautiful. Slowly release the back foot. Bring the hand back to the mat. Come up onto the ball of the foot and step back to a plank. From here, you're going to take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, lower to the floor, chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Inhale, press the floor away, upward facing dog. And exhale, tuck the toes, back to down dog. So from downward facing dog, we're going to practice rolling through the spine. So inhale, roll into the balls of the feet, shift the weight forward. Exhale, you're going to bend the knees, looking forward, and drawing those hips towards your heels. Inhale, upward facing dog, coming onto the balls of the feet, shifting the weight forward. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, hips to heels. Just 2 more times at your own breathing pace. So coming back to a nice stillness here in our down dog. Go ahead and inhale, lift the right leg behind you. Exhale, we're going to pull it through, this time stepping it in between the hands in the front of the mat. So now we should be in a low lunge. We're on the ball of our back foot. Go ahead and inhale, bring the knees to your thigh. And just find a moment of stability here. Exhaling, rooting into the earth. Also feeling our spine start to elongate. Go ahead and inhale, lift the arms above the head, coming into a high lunge. Keeping the core nice and engaged, rooting our tailbone into the earth, and gazing forward, standing here in our fierce, powerful high lunge. From here, go ahead and pivot the back foot down so that it's parallel with the back of your mat. And then go ahead and relax the arms into a warrior 2 position. So in warrior 2, our gaze is forward. We're nice and strong and active here. We're staying grounded and centered. We're not leaning too far into the future or reminiscing on the past. We're just right here in the present moment. So from warrior 2, we're going to go into a half moon pose to keep up with our new moon symbolism. So go ahead and shift the weight to the front of your mat on your right foot. You can bring the arms to the sides or even to heart center to try and help you keep your balance. And for half moon, we're just going to tiptoe our weight and practice leaning just onto that right foot. So once you've found your balance here, feeling nice and stable on the right foot, go ahead and release the hands. You can bring one towards the earth and one towards the sky. And from here, you want to really activate your core and your glutes. You want to flex that top foot almost so that you can come horizontal You can keep a micro bend in the standing leg. I'm just feeling nice and strong here, finding our balance and stability. Maybe you prefer to go onto a block, or if you don't have blocks, you can use a cushion or a pillow, and that can help you ground that front hand into the earth. Just taking a few deep breaths here in our half moon. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. You can throw your block or your cushion off to the side. And we can find ourselves back into Warrior Two. From here, go ahead and frame the front foot and step back to downward facing dog. This time, inhale, lifting the left leg back and behind us. Exhale, pulling it through to the front of the mat, stepping it between the hands for a low lunge. Inhale, bring the hands to the thigh. Exhale, just finding some stability here in our lunge. Inhale, reaching the arms up, nice and strong. Exhale, we're engaging our core, rooting our tailbone into the earth. And from here, we're going to open up into Warrior Two with the left leg. So I'm just going to switch sides here so that I'm still facing. The front. So for Warrior Two, our gaze is forward, just past our fingertips, feeling the earth's energy come up through our legs, giving us strength and support. You can inhale, expand your heart. Exhale, relax your shoulders. And again, from Warrior Two, go ahead and bring your hands to heart. We're going to shift our weight to the front foot. And if it's easier, sometimes you can come onto the hardwood floor or your kitchen floor, and that might help you find your balance just a little bit better. So we're standing on the left leg, feeling a line of energy coming up through the earth to give us that stability and support. And then just coming off the back foot to test it out to see how strong and balanced we're feeling today. Then you can release the hands. Bring the left hand towards the earth and the right hand towards the sky. And if you're feeling a little bit wobbly, go ahead and grab that block or your cushion. Engaging our core, engaging our glutes, really flexing and flaring the toes behind us. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. And come back into Warrior Two. From here, we can windmill our arms to frame the front foot and step back to down dog. Let's go ahead and inhale, rolling the balls of the feet. Shift the weight forward, coming into a plank. Exhale, lower to the earth, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. So from downward facing dog, go ahead and inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, we're going to pull it through to a pigeon pose. And this will give us a nice stretch after all that work we just did. So for pigeon pose, our front knee is bent at a 90-degree angle or a little bit less. Our toes are nice and active. You can have the feet flexed or pointed, as long as you have a nice active foot here. You can be up on the fingertips or pressing the palms into the earth. Our back foot is straight behind us. either up on the ball of the foot, or you can untuck the toes and press the toenails into the mat. I personally like to have my toes tucked. And then from here, if you're feeling a nice stretch, you can go ahead and lower onto the forearms in front of you. Inhaling and exhaling. It's really getting a nice deep stretch here in the hips. Beautiful. Go ahead and press back up. You can untuck the front leg, stepping back into a plank, and pushing back to down dog. Last time here, inhale, lifting the left leg up and back. Exhale, pulling it through, stepping to the front of the mat, coming into our pigeon on the left leg. Again, having about a 90-degree angle or slightly less. Keeping the toes nice and active, keeping our hearts forward so we can take some nice deep breaths, expanding our lungs. You can experiment staying on the palms or maybe coming down to the forearms. And just breathing here, relaxing into the pose. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead and press back up. And from here, we're just going to come into easy seated position, Sukhasana. We're just going to wind down with some simple movements and stretches. It'll give us a chance to reflect on our practice and any intentions that we have set for ourselves. So go ahead and just find yourself in easy seated position, with our spine nice and elongated. We're just going to take some slow neck rolls, going in one direction. Just feeling nice and grateful for our practice today. And then switching sides. We're going to inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, nice and slow. Now rolling the shoulders forward. Just allowing the head and body to do whatever feels natural here. And roll the elbows back. Drawing nice elbow circles. And then rolling the elbows forward. Just taking time to cool down. And this time, big arm circles back. And big arm circles forward. And placing our hands to our knees. Go ahead and inhale, expand, bringing the heart forward. Exhale, rounding it back. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand forward. And exhale, contract. This time, go ahead and release the arms. So the arms will come behind you when you come forward. And exhale, bring the arms forward and give yourself a big hug. Thanking yourself for your practice. Inhaling forward. Exhale, hug. Last time, inhaling, floating forward. Exhale, retreating, giving a hug. Now we can inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Coming onto the right side. Just exhaling, holding here for a breath or two. Coming back to center. Go ahead and inhale, reach up the right arm up and over. Exhale, release. Coming back to center. Last time, up and over on the right side. Release. And up and over on the left side. And back to center. Go ahead and take a small twist to the right. Inhaling and exhaling. Facing the front. And then twisting to the other side. Taking a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Releasing all the energy which is no longer serving us. And back to center. And then go ahead, just take a moment to close your eyes, bring your hands to your heart, and just reflecting what it felt like to get nice and activated, to build heat in the body, and to engage in those nice fluid vinyasa. Just taking a few deep breaths. Go ahead and take a moment to thank yourself, emanate in gratitude for coming to your mat today. Hopefully this practice got you thinking about ways that you can express yourself, any intentions that you have, helping you feel imaginative and intuitive. Just remembering to tune into ourselves and our intuition, remembering our phases and our cycles in life and honoring them. Most importantly, just giving our bodies and our heart what they need. We're going to take 3 deep breaths and end with the sound of Om. So inhaling deeply, exhaling, inhaling, and exhale. Inhale, prepare for Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy new moon, and I hope to see you next time.